crossovers. Now, let me explain to you just real quick before we go on. Casey, I see that all the time. Crossovers, SUVs. What is the difference? SUVs, it's real simple. SUVs are built on truck frames. They're rear-wheel drive, and then they put a front axle underneath there to make them four-wheel drive. It is exactly the opposite here in Crossoverville. These are basically cars with a little bit of a lift kit. We got some big storage going on, or big storage for them. And that's how they play. Now, Mitsubishi. I know it's not Brian's Eclipse. I know. Mitsubishi doesn't have a lot of names that they can regurgitate to bring back history. So, Eclipse Cross Sport. It's actually really cool. Let's pretend this is a Nissan Rogue. As we go further and further through this, you're going to see that that is a Nissan Rogue. We've got a 1.5 liter little four-cylinder under there. We got a nice little CVT transmission. We got a nice little CVT transmission and a 1.2 liter. Let me say it one more time. 1.2 liters worth of three-cylinder. And then over here in the Escape, the ST line Escape over here, that has the 2.5 hybrid. So we're dealing with about 190 horsepower, about 150 horsepower, and like 137 horsepower. So imagine in a competition, the most highest horsepower, the powerful one, has 190 horsepower. This is going to be fun. All right. The Ford Escape ST line, you got three different engine choices. You can do a 1.5 liter three-cylinder. What'd he say? Oh yeah, it's got a three-cylinder just like the Chevy does. Or you can do a 2 liter EcoBoost, or you could do the 2.5 hybrid. I do want to say one more thing. The Ford Escape and the Ford Bronco Sport and the Ford Maverick pickup truck, they are all cousins. They all drink from the same water bowl. Now, that does have a CVT transmission because that is a hybrid. If it is not a hybrid and it is the three-cylinder or the four-cylinder, that is when you're going to get an 8-speed automatic transmission. By the way, the little four-cylinder pumps out 250 horsepower almost. The three-cylinder is like 180, I think. All right, one engine option, I believe. 1.5 liters worth of beef. It's like 155 horsepower, like 180 pound-feet of torque. CVT transmission. You can do front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. There might be an engine option upgrade in there. If there is, you will be looking at it on the screen right now. I will add it. If there's nothing lit up on the screen, guess what? There is no secondary engine option. Over here in Chevrolet Trailblazer world, 1.2 liter is the base engine, three-cylinder. And for $2,000, for $2,000, you can upgrade to the 1.3 liter. Yes, the large engine is a 1.3 liter. And it's a $2,000 option. Now, this one only comes, the 1.2, 1200 cc's, that only comes with a CVT transmission. Only. Now, if you bump up to the 1.3, you know, you reach down into that pocket, pull out that 2K. If you pull out that 2K right there, that's when you get the beef. I think it's like 160 horsepower, 167. I mean, whew. All of the Chevrolet Trailblazers, the fastest one I think on the planet is 0 to 60 in like 7.8 seconds. Hatchback number one right there. Let's come over here to the Cross Sport, aka Nissan. Ooh, we got a power lift gate. Whoa. Uh-oh. Escape, you got a power lift gate? I don't know. You do have a power lift gate. So the Trailblazer is out of there. All right, so we got a big carnivorous hole right there to put all kinds of goodies. We've got a real honest to God spare tire. Let's come on over here to the Eclipse Cross Sport. We got a nice little juicy rubber mat in there. Got a nice little Mitsubishi mat underneath there. We got a spare tire, we certainly do. Chevy, don't let me down. Let's have the trifecta. Let's have all three of them right there. All right. Spare tires all the way around. Hoorah, hoorah. What do we compete with? We're going to compete with a Honda HR-V. We're going to compete with a Kia Soul. We're going to compete with a Kia Sportage. That's what they say is the Kia Sportage. I don't know about that. Kia Sportages are actually pretty nice, and they're kind of large. We're also going to compete with the Hyundai Tucson. That could slide right in here. The Toyota RAV4 could be in here. Headroom, we're there. Knee room, plethoras of knee rooms. I can definitely ride back here with one person. We could possibly even ride back here with 2, but I wouldn't want it to be for very, very long. You know what I mean? Have a little look-see up there. Now, you can have the 8-inch screen up front is your base screen, and you can get a full whopping 12 inches if you upgrade. Moving right along, let's go on over here to the Eclipse Cross Sport and have a little look-see going on right here. Definitely more of a upright, no swooping roof line or anything like that. This one does have a sunroof. The other cars do not. Oh, we got 2 sunroofs? Are you kidding? 2 sunroofs in the Eclipse Cross Sport. All right, headroom. If I'm sitting up straight, I'm touching. Knee room, I'm in the back of that seat right there. This is very small back here. The Escape is small too, but this feels SM all. All right, as we're talking about screens and a few Zuzus and Wham Whams, that is the optional 8-inch screen right there. And I said optional. The regular screen, that's 7 inches. Yeah. All right, here we go. Last car, the Chevrolet Trailblazer. Whoa! This is a lot better. This slots in right behind the Ford Escape. So, as far as headroom, size room, and all of that stuff goings on, we're gonna go back seat room, Ford Escape number 1, Chevrolet Trailblazer number 2, Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross Sport in the 3rd spot. All right, let's jump behind the wheel. You could get a sunroof in some of them. This one does not have it. All right. Power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, all that stuff. That's the same as any other vehicle. All right. Let's back this up a little bit so you guys can get some. Here we go. All right. 10,000 miles. Ooh. Also, something else that is available in the Escape is heads-up display. This one does not have it, but some do. All right, we do not have dual zone climate control. We've got a singly going on right there. We got a USB-C and a USB-D down there. We also got a 12-volt. There is the controller for our CVT transmission, electronic parking brake, hill help. Ooh, we got some race modes. Are you kidding me? Oh, we want to see our drive modes. Look at this. Look at this. So we've got, oh, we want to go back to that. So we've got Eco, Sport. Oh, look at this. Slippery. Anyway, got a little glove box going on right there. Actually, a pretty good size little glove box. Headroom, leg room. Nobody would want to sit behind me unless they're in a child seat or something like that. Maybe they could be legless. Legless folk could sit back there. That's a pretty tough act to follow, little Eclipse. It's kind of got a little Pontiac Aztec going on with it if you look at it right there. All right, we got power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, just like anything else. I do like this. Some of these car manufacturers are starting to go with just this flat, glossy black. I call it Yamaha Grand Piano. That's what it looks like to me, but it's on the steering wheel, so it does give it a little bit. We've already talked about the 7 inches or the 8 inches worth of screen. The seats are not bad. We got a power seat just like anything else. The faux suede and all that, it's not bad. There's a little squishy squish. They're semi-supportive, but not really. We've got no racing pedals or anything like that because why would we? All right. Let's go ahead and bring it to life. Oh, a little Eclipse. Oh, Mitsubishi Motors. All right, so we've got, let's see here. We've got dual zone climate control. We've got 2 USB-Cs right there. We've got a cigarette lighter. Got a little cubby hole down there. We got heated seats. All right. Ooh, there we can turn on our all-wheel drive. Oh, we're ready to go Baja now. That's it. Little glove box right in there. There's all your Mitsubishi paperwork and all that. This guy's got about 10,000 miles as well. Drive modes. Do you have any modes? No, you don't have any modes, but you can have Sirius XM radio. That's fun. All right, somebody's been averaging 20.6 miles. Oh, wait, whoa, mode. Gravel, normal, snow, gravel, normal, snow. Okay, so there's our drive mode. So it does have drive modes. Don't ever say that the Eclipse Cross Sport doesn't have drive modes. We're in here. Headroom's about the same as the Escape. You can adjust the seats, do whatever. Once again, I wouldn't want somebody to sit behind me. There's a sunroof in here. There's 2 sunroofs in here. Actually, let's okay, it's cool. What does S? Super all-wheel control. God, here it is. The Chevrolet Trax is no more in 2025. They discontinued the Chevrolet Trax. I don't know what Buick or GMC this shares, but it is. I would imagine maybe a GMC Terrain might be a cousin to this. A Buick, not an Enclave. Anyway, remember, because Buicks and GMCs and all that, they all hail underneath the General Motors banner. Here we go, coming on in here. We've got a power seat once again. So everybody had power seats. We got power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, blah, 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 blah. We got a couple aftermarket switches right here because somebody has rigged up some extra running lights and stuff in there. All right, little bitty baby screen right there. Look at that. I think the optional one is like a 2-inch. No, I'm just kidding. We got a single zone climate control. We do have heated seats in here. We got a USB-C and a USB-D. There's an aux cord down there. All right, Chevrolet or General Motors put an aux cord. We got lane keep assist right there, traction control. There's your shifter, obviously. Electronic parking brake. Got a little holder right there to put something in there, I guess. Nice little glove box once again. It's a little crossover. Sorry for my long-windedness. I got into this one. I like this. Mitsubishi versus Ford and Chevrolet. Which one would you choose? Hybrid versus 3-cylinder versus 4-cylinder. The Chevy and the Ford have engine options. The Mitsu doesn't. Thank you so much for watching our video, and contact Ford of Murfreesboro with any questions.